right off the bat, Ryan, like I said, can you teach me hand speed?
Can I teach you hand speed? I can show you some tips that help you with it, but either you got it or you don't. It's all within you. But I could give you tips. I'm not gonna give you no tips. I don't want to help nobody right now. I gotta save my tips for maybe when I'm retired. I can't give them out right now, but maybe privately we could get something going.
All right. Well, when's the first time you knew that you really had a good hand speed?
Right when I started, watching other kids throw punches, and they just weren't faster than me, and I was like, oh, okay, so I'm faster than you guys. My timing was better, so yeah, it's just when as a little kid, you just kind of watch everybody else, and you're like, okay, I'm faster than these guys.
But like you said, you either have it or you don't have it. It's not something that can be developed, and skills from super slow to like
you gotta work. You gotta work what you got. You can't teach Roy Jones Jr. speed. So, but I got some tips that can help your punches flow better. But for like speed, no, you got to be kind of born with that.
Well, as a fighter getting ready for a fight, or just for any fights, when you have such an exceptional talent like that, you just got to keep working to get it better and better. Or now do you have to like diversify and split up a little bit your time between that and maybe elevating the rest of your game?
Yeah. I mean, it's just all about like really just working that you don't get out of yourself, while throwing those fast punches, you're not making mistakes. Your speed's always going to be there. It's not something that it can go away when you're older, but for me, it's just kind of like repetition. So my punches don't get tired ever, and to keep, their same energy, and things like that. It's all conditioning for me. I mean, if you're not conditioned, I don't care how fast you are, your punches are going to come out slow. So for me, it's just conditioning. Boxing, probably 80% conditioning, 85. Everything else is, the 15%.
Well, are you a proponent of like the Bruce Lee, like one punch 10,000 times? Or are you the reverse of like?
Honestly, boxing is ever changing. I would say more, accurate quote from Bruce Lee would be like water. Be like water, be adjustable, think on the fly, quick decisions, setting up shots while you're thinking and defending. So it's just fast-paced thinking, and being like water is what I would say.
So what then, if it's 80%, what is a conditioning day like in the life of Ryan Garcia?
Yeah, so I wake up. I do wake up around 7:00, 7:25. I go shadow box for 12 rounds, but by myself, with nobody, no coach, nobody, just so I could think on myself, because in the ring, you only have yourself. So whatever my coach maybe had told me the day before in training or whatever, I'm kind of working on it, trying to put it in my game, and just kind of meditating. Then I'll do my own ab workout routine. And then after that, get some food, whatever, train at 12, train boxing with obviously Derek. From 12 to 2, then we come back. I either, just go eat and then rest, play ping pong at 4. And then what else do I do? After ping pong, I go on a walk, meditate again. Then I go to strength and conditioning at 7 to 8:30. Then I come back and I run 5 miles at a pretty fast pace, and then I'm done.
So that's at 9:00 at night.
Yeah. You don't stop till 9.
Do you sleep well there?
Oh, I sleep good. I sleep like a baby.
The two biggest things I found out of that were ping pong and meditation.
Yeah.
Tell me, go with ping pong first. Why is ping pong so essential to training?
I mean, honestly, we're at this apartment complex and they have a ping pong table, and so we just kind of like locked in on it because we're bored. So it's like, if all you're doing is training, you're like, oh, we gotta find something. So we found some ping pong, and now I'm crazy good. Like I know how to curve the ball, I know how to back shots, I understand the game. Like I look like a real ping pong player. That's how much I've been playing. And I mean, helps with your eye coordination. You can't deny that.
Now, is there kind of a correlation between boxing and ping pong when it comes to hand-eye?
Yeah, hand-eye coordination and just kind of always being ready and prepared for what's coming next. Trying to set up your shot, like, okay, I'm pushing them that way, and then on my backhand to go that way. So it's like sometimes you're boxing, like, okay, I'm jabbing him, waiting. Okay, he's coming in, boom, hit him. So kind of that's a little correlation there, I guess.
And the next one was meditation. How is that something that you always had in your program? Is that something that's recently come in, or?
No, it's kind of like recently. I mean, I used to do it back in the day, like when I was younger, and I didn't even know I was doing it. That's the funny thing. I didn't know I was meditating back then, but I was. And then now that I'm kind of like actually doing it consciously, now it's like been helping me a lot. I just go on my walks and I just assess my day and I assess like inner things that I'm finding out. Like, okay, in the ring, maybe this guy did this. Okay, when I'm here, like kind of going deeper into my own thoughts and just letting my thoughts flow. And then I just start writing down constantly, like meditations of myself. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Like it's kind of similar, like what you got Marcus Aurelius meditations and other philosophers that they go into these free thoughts. That's what I do with myself, and I just keep writing down and writing down. So that helps me a lot.
How long does that usually take you per day?
About an hour of me just walking, 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 and just thinking. And it really clears my mind a lot. And it helps me figure out how to get in the zone faster in a fight. So now I know how to get into that real quick just by, figuring that out within my own mind by asking myself a lot of questions.
Well, prior to meditation, like what were you, I don't say doing wrong, but like what was the sequence like in the ring?
I mean, you would just think that, okay, when you let me throw punches here and there and let me move. Okay, I'll use my defense, blah, blah, blah. But it wasn't like getting into that zone where it's not really thinking, but you're flowing. It's more in a different type of element. You're like in a warrior zone. Like you're seeing everything and you're knowing what you want to do, but you don't have to think about it, to flow.
Not personally, but yeah, it sounds kind of interesting. Now, when it comes to this fight, Oscar Duarte, I mean, is there a lot of film study involved with boxing? I know you put football, they are in the film room day after day. Is boxing the same way, or is that kind of different?
I mean, me and Derek have been watching them. The only difference between like boxing and some other sports with film, everything's ever changing. Like you got to think on the fly. It's quick decisions. There's some things that you could see and maybe like, okay, maybe I want to do that. But in the end of the day, you can't be thinking that. You got to be reacting and setting up all at the same time. It's more of like quick decision making at all times and just staying present the whole time. There's really not much thinking unless you got like complete control of the match and the dude's like hurt or something. Then you could take your time and do a backflip and then hit him. But like most of the time, it's all okay. And then knowing when to rest, knowing when not to rest. And it's just like, it's back and forth, quick thinking for 3 minutes.
Now, when it comes to your weight training, you say it comes later in the day. What's essential for a boxer, for a fighter?
I think it's just making sure that you're doing everything with a purpose. You're not lifting weights to look like a bodybuilder, or you're not looking, to slow your punches down. Because lifting weights, that's one thing that can slow you down. If you lift too big and trying to bulk up and gain size. For me, it's all about explosion, making your muscles, have more endurance, so it could go longer at high intensity. So we do a lot of band work, a lot of quick with the weights, like lightweight but quick, boom, boom. We work everything, legs a lot, footwork. We put the Raptor on. I don't know if you ever heard of the Raptor that connects to your waist and like it kind of pulls you and stuff like that. So we work a lot of that. It's just a lot of conditioning and a little bit of weights.
Now, is there one thing that you think is totally invaluable for your routine, for your success? You got to pick one exercise, one move that says, yeah, this is a keeper.
Shadowboxing. For me, boxing is, you visualize the fight. You think of scenarios. That's the best thing you could do for your experience in the ring, to know how to visualize like scenarios and really see it in front of you without it being in front of you. So I've done it so many times that I could just kind of replay a certain moment in the ring, like almost like it was in front of me, because I've seen it so many times. So if I need to work on something, I'm like, okay, when this happens and I could feel this feeling, I'll do this. And then now when I get in the ring and that happens again, I have an answer for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, back to your last fight. I mean, When it comes to your first loss, I mean, is there a formula for just regrouping and bouncing back?
You know, that I think I don't know about formula, but I know that for me personally, it was the best thing that's happened to me in so long. You know, it's really got me to this place where I'm at now, which I haven't been this focused and committed to boxing since 2020, since I had to stop for COVID and then I had to stop for my mental health issues. And I took so many steps back, so many steps back. And I didn't know how far I was back. Like, even though I fought, you know, 2 times before Tank Davis, I was so far behind and I had no clue because of all the stuff that I had lost track of, you know, that zone, the the commitment every day thinking about boxing. I didn't even know what that was. I was just trying to think. I was thinking to myself, this is how I could get maybe back to myself, you know, and I never really got back to myself because I stopped caring. I just felt so defeated because of all the shit I was doing, you know, in those layoffs. And then when I fought Boom Boom Boom, and when I fought Tank, it really hit me because I lost. I finally lost. But for me, it woke something else up, though. It woke up that part of me that when I was a kid trying to get there, like, oh, okay. Y'all don't think I'm gonna get there? You don't think I'm gonna come back? Okay. So I got a whole different fire, way more different focus right now. And yeah, I'm gonna give that rematch. I'm gonna get that rematch for sure. He didn't beat the best Ryan. He didn't beat me at all, to be honest. I don't even know who that was. That was just a guy, you know, getting that money. $30 million. That's all I was getting. But now it's different. Now I'm gonna grind. I'm gonna get. I'm gonna have to, you know, take over, win a long string of fights, and now I'm gonna get that rematch at the 140 weight class. Though, not no, you know, I gotta be basically dead in order to fight. No, we're gonna do it for real this time, and I'm gonna beat him.
Now, do you take it as, when you look at it, you watch it a little bit, do you take it as a loss? Do you take it, hey, I did some good things in this fight, regardless of the
Oh no,
outcome?
I didn't do no good things. To be honest, I wasn't even really there. That wasn't me. That's not even how I fight. Watch any of my other fights. That's not how I fight. I didn't fight because I was one already drained. I don't care what nobody says. I was drained. Nobody actually, if you've been hearing the media, all these other fighters, they won't take rehydration clauses because they know how dangerous that is. That's the funny. I don't care what nobody says. The point is, I know for a fact that wasn't me. I know for a fact, and I know if I get a chance to fight him again, I'm gonna beat him. And that person I was so just not focused. I was just thinking of all the wrong things, so distracted, and just trying to get to the fight because nobody wants to fight each other. So I said, I don't care. I'm gonna take on everything. Nobody wants to fight each other. That's why boxing was boring. Boxing sucked. But right after I did that, what happened? Everybody started fighting for each other for a little bit. Crawford fought with Spence. They made that fight happen. Then all these other fighters, now they want to get in the ring. So I turned it up a little bit. I brought electricity at my own wrongdoing because then I was drained as shit. But at least I did it. But next time it's going to be on my terms. And I'm going to beat him.
So for those moments that define you, how do you define yourself now?
I define myself by whooping ass. That's how I'm going to define myself. I'm not going to play games, though. I'm committed. I'm committed to take. I'm only thing about boxing right now. I'm going hard for 5 years, 10 years, however long I could do this. And I'm not playing around because I know when I'm at my best, you can't keep up with the speed, the timing, and just everything. I just know, like, the person I am now and how sharp I am, he's going to be how to fight me. It's not going to be fun, but I'm going to have fun. So I'm excited for this fight because this fight, it's not about Duarte. Duarte's hell of a fighter. He's cool. But this is about making an example. This is who's coming right now. And he's going to stay this way. Not going back to my stupid habits. You know, you guys got you got crazy, wild party animal Ryan just going off and having a good time because I could. Because I was young and making a lot of money and famous and whatever. Now you're going to have committed Ryan Garcia, you know, giving his life to boxing again, just like he was when he was little. It's going to be a whole different. This fight's about that.
So is this considered a bounce back fight for you, or is it a revenge fight? Is it just a, hey, back better?
I'm on that was a revenge tour. That's what I'm on. I'm on that I need a back in blood tour. All that. Yeah. I'm coming. Just ooh, man. This is just the opening act, baby. It's the opening act. This is the start.
Now, throughout all that, you go on social media, you get 10 million followers, and you've got a lot. And there's just as many haters as there are lovers.
Yeah.
That's not even the right phrase, but all the hate. Was there one person that reached out to you and just gave you like I would say a voice of support that you said, wow, I didn't expect that one coming, and it really like touched you and helped you out the ways that you didn't expect?
Let me think. Who hit me up? You know what? A lot of people did hit me up, but I was just so in my head that I just didn't even pay attention. You know, it was one of those things when you're like, I don't even know what's happening right now. It just happened so quick. Like, dang, fight's over. I lost. Like, what happens now? You know, and that part of my life, I just didn't care. Like, it just didn't care. I just didn't care about anything. It was like, okay, whatever, like so nonchalant about everything.
Right.
But I know some pretty I kind of what we say like notorious people hit me up. Yeah, I mean Conor McGregor. Speaking of notorious, Conor McGregor came to my back room and gave me that support. That was cool. I really appreciated that. That was shocking. I didn't even know who he knew I was. So it was cool. That was probably one of the guys that stand out. Actually, it was Conor.
Last question. When it comes to a bounce back story or a revenge story, do you have a favorite? You have your own favorite bounce back story, or I would say revenge story from
Oh
some
yeah,
athlete that bounced back and just
Tiger Woods, and Muhammad Ali. Those are my favorite. You know, Muhammad Ali had to go to jail for refusing to enroll in the army. Came back, lost to Frazier, but then came back and beat him. Tiger Woods, you know, he went through what he had to go through, personal issues, made mistakes, but came back and showed that he's still a winner. To me, that right there is my two favorite stories of a comeback. And I like that. I find inspiration in that, for real.
Ryan, man.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Jeff.
it. Thanks a lot.
God bless you.